Did you know? An egg, that familiar symbol of life and nutrition, can harbor unexpected dangers if we make seemingly small mistakes in how we prepare and store it. Eggs are often praised lavishly, considered a superfood, one of the best sources of high-quality protein, abundant in essential vitamins and crucial nutrients for the body. But what many of us may never have truly realized is the fine line between the benefits and harms of eggs. If not handled correctly, that nutritious egg can transform into a hidden enemy, harming the body in ways you might never have suspected. The truth is, whether eggs are good or bad for you entirely depends on how you prepare, store, and cook them. Temperature, time, how they're combined with other ingredients, even how you store them after cooking, all play a decisive role. In today's journey of culinary and health exploration, we will together peel back the layers of truth to expose 5 common mistakes that can turn nutritious eggs into something more harmful than beneficial. Some of these mistakes might surprise you, especially if you've been accustomed to eating eggs in a fixed way for years without a second thought. But don't worry, once you clearly understand these key mistakes, you will be equipped with the necessary knowledge to continue enjoying your favorite egg dishes safely, without having to worry about potential hidden health risks. Stick with us until the end of this journey, because this isn't just about listing things not to do. More importantly, it's about discovering simple, easy-to-implement changes that can have a tremendous impact on your overall health and well-being. We will thoroughly analyze what actually happens inside the egg when it's prepared incorrectly and, most importantly, what you can do instead to keep eggs a safe and nutritious part of your daily diet. So, if you want to ensure that the eggs you eat every day continue to be a health-boosting superfood rather than a hidden danger, then you definitely won't want to miss the upcoming information. One of the most common mistakes, almost a natural reflex for many when preparing eggs, is overcooking them, using excessively high temperatures. We often tend to think that cooking thoroughly ensures safety, killing all bacteria. That's partially true, but going overboard with temperature and time can cause unexpected harm. Eggs are inherently a nutritional treasure trove, but when you cook them at too high a temperature or for too long, these precious components can be negatively altered. Think about common cooking methods: frying eggs until the whites are crispy with dark brown edges, boiling eggs until the yolk turns grayish-green, or scrambling eggs over high heat until dry and slightly scorched. When eggs are overcooked at high temperatures, a chemical process called oxidation occurs vigorously, potentially leading to the formation of harmful compounds. Specifically, cholesterol in the egg yolk, when exposed to high heat, can become oxidized, creating oxidized cholesterol, oxysterols, which is considered much more harmful than regular cholesterol and has been linked to increased inflammation and a higher risk of heart disease. Have you ever noticed a rather strong sulfuric smell after boiling eggs for too long? That's a chemical sign that the eggs have been overcooked, occurring when sulfur in the egg white reacts with iron in the yolk, forming iron sulfide, the substance with the grayish-green color. Although this compound itself doesn't make the egg directly toxic, it's a clear indicator that other nutrients have also been damaged. Regularly eating overcooked eggs, especially fried at high temperatures, can, over time, contribute to long-term health problems, which is particularly concerning for older adults. Consider Mr. Robert, 76. He loved frying eggs until they had a crispy edge. But over time, he started experiencing frequent indigestion and heartburn. After learning about the dangers of oxidized cholesterol, he switched to cooking eggs at lower temperatures, making soft scrambled eggs instead. Within just a few weeks, he felt much better. Another issue is that overcooking can destroy a portion of important nutrients like B vitamins and antioxidants, such as lutein and zeaxanthin. If you rely on eggs as a primary source of nutrition, cooking them correctly is just as important as eating them. The good news is you don't need to give up eggs. The solution lies in adjusting the cooking method and temperature. Cook eggs at lower temperatures and for just enough time. Soft boil or cook until just set, avoiding the grayish-green yolk. Poaching is an excellent method. When scrambling, use low or medium-low heat, stirring gently until just cooked and still moist. When frying, use medium or low heat, avoiding high heat that burns the whites or makes the yolk solid. Avoid cooking eggs to the point of discoloration or strange smells. These small changes help you enjoy the flavor and nutrition of eggs safely, minimizing the formation of harmful compounds. Contrary to overcooking, some believe that eating raw or undercooked eggs is the best way to absorb maximum nutrition. However, this habit comes with serious health risks, especially the danger of Salmonella bacterial infection. Eggs can contain Salmonella bacteria on the shell or even inside if the hen was infected. This bacterium can cause severe food poisoning with symptoms like fever, abdominal cramps, diarrhea, vomiting, and can lead to dangerous complications, especially in older adults with weaker immune systems. If you've ever eaten homemade mayonnaise, raw cookie dough, runny poached eggs, sunny side-up eggs with liquid yolks, tiramisu, mousse, or certain smoothies with raw eggs, you might have unknowingly put yourself at risk. Although the rate of Salmonella contamination in eggs is generally low, the risk still exists. Symptoms of poisoning usually appear hours to days after consumption and can be prolonged, particularly dangerous for seniors due to the risk of dehydration. Even supermarket eggs that look clean can still contain bacteria if not handled or stored properly. Consider Mrs. Margaret, 68. She loved protein smoothies with raw eggs, believing it was the best way. But one day, she suffered severe abdominal pain and nausea, diagnosed as salmonella poisoning. After switching to cooked eggs, she never had the incident again. Besides bacterial risk, raw eggs contain avidin, a protein that binds to biotin, vitamin B7, preventing its absorption and potentially leading to biotin deficiency if consumed raw regularly. Cooking denatures avidin, allowing biotin absorption. Some believe organic or free-range eggs are safer, but any egg can potentially carry bacteria. The best way to protect yourself is to ensure eggs are fully cooked, with both whites and yolk solid. If you enjoy runny yolks, consider using pasteurized eggs to reduce risk, but thorough cooking remains the safest choice, especially for older adults. After cooking, how you store eggs is also crucial. Many people don't think much about this, but improper storage can turn a perfectly good meal into a potential bacterial breeding ground. When cooked eggs are left at room temperature for too long, over 2 hours or 1 hour in hot weather, or not stored correctly, harmful bacteria like Salmonella, Listeria, E. coli can multiply rapidly, especially in the danger zone between 4 degrees Celsius and 60 degrees Celsius, 40 degrees Fahrenheit to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. This risk is more concerning for older adults due to weaker immune systems. Have you ever left leftover scrambled eggs on the counter for hours and then eaten them? That's a potential risk. Refrigerating cooked eggs slows bacterial growth, but proper handling is still needed. Cool them quickly and refrigerate within 2 hours of cooking. Store in airtight containers to prevent bacterial entry and drying out. Use within a safe time frame. Hard-boiled eggs and shell. Within 1 week, scrambled, fried, or dishes with cooked eggs. Within 3 to 4 days. Consider Mr. George, 72. He used to make a large batch of scrambled eggs for the week, storing them in a loosely covered container. After experiencing digestive discomfort, he realized his storage habits might be the issue. Switching to airtight containers and smaller batches resolved the problem. Cross-contamination is another risk. Don't place cooked eggs near raw meat or unwashed vegetables. Even though cooked, cooled eggs can become contaminated. Maintain kitchen hygiene, wash hands, use separate utensils and cutting boards. Reheating eggs incorrectly is also a mistake. Microwaving often makes them rubbery and smelly due to the delicate protein structure. It's better to reheat gently on the stovetop over low heat, adding a bit of moisture. If using a microwave, heat in short intervals at low power, stirring in between. To avoid foodborne illness and get the most from eggs, store them properly. Cool quickly. Use airtight containers, keep refrigerated, and consume within safe limits. Another easy way to turn eggs into a health hazard is by using cracked, expired, or improperly stored raw eggs. Even if an egg looks fine externally, if it's past its prime or has even a tiny crack, it could harbor dangerous bacteria like Salmonella. The shell is a natural barrier. When compromised, bacteria can easily enter. This risk is especially important for seniors with weakened immune systems. Have you ever wondered if the eggs in your fridge are still good? Many rely solely on the expiration or best before date, but these aren't always accurate indicators. Freshness depends heavily on proper storage. The best way to check freshness at home is the water test. Place an egg in cold water. If it sinks and lies flat, it's very fresh. If it sinks but stands upright or tilts, it's older but still edible. Use soon, cook thoroughly. If it floats, it's likely old and potentially bad. Discard it. The air cell inside grows larger as moisture evaporates, making it buoyant. Consider Mrs. Evelyn, 74. She was careful about food, but didn't check her eggs. One morning, she cracked an egg with a strange smell into the pan, ignored it, cooked, and ate it. Hours later, she suffered food poisoning. Since then, she always performs the water test. How eggs are handled before reaching you also matters. Improper temperatures during transport or storage can cause condensation, sweating, on the shell, creating a perfect environment for bacterial growth and potential penetration. Always store eggs in the coldest part of the refrigerator, main compartment, not the door. Cracked eggs are another danger. Even hairline cracks can let bacteria in. If you find a cracked egg, discard it. Similarly, discard any egg with an unusual odor or discoloration upon cracking. Trust your senses. Checking freshness, discarding cracked eggs, and paying attention to smell and appearance are simple but crucial steps for safety. Finally, a very common yet often overlooked mistake is combining eggs with unhealthy cooking oils. While eggs themselves are packed with nutrients, the oil you cook them in can make a huge difference between nutritious meal and one contributing to inflammation and long-term health risks. Many people don't realize that certain oils, especially highly processed vegetable oils like soybean, corn, canola, regular sunflower, break down at high temperatures, creating harmful compounds. The refining process often involves high heat and chemicals, changing their structure and making them less stable when heated further during cooking. When these oils are heated to high temperatures, like frying eggs, they can oxidize, producing harmful compounds like free radicals and aldehydes, which damage cells and promote inflammation. Furthermore, many refined vegetable oils have a very high ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids. While omega-6 is necessary, an excessive imbalance, too much omega-6, too little omega-3, is linked to increased chronic inflammation. If you regularly fry eggs and margarine, often containing trans fats, refined vegetable oils, you might be unknowingly exposing yourself to trans fats and oxidized lipids, linked to increased inflammation, heart disease, and even cognitive decline in older adults. Seniors should be especially cautious, as chronic inflammation is tied to many age-related diseases. Think about Mr. Frank, 78. He cooked eggs in regular vegetable oil for decades, thinking oil was just oil. After learning about the dangers, he switched to healthier alternatives like butter and extra virgin olive oil. Within weeks, he felt less sluggish and his digestion improved just by changing the cooking fat. Another issue is the smoke point of oils, the temperature at which they start breaking down and releasing harmful compounds. Many refined vegetable oils have low smoke points, becoming unstable and toxic at high heat, producing free radicals that damage cells and accelerate aging. A better approach is to choose fats more stable under heat and less processed. Butter, ghee, clarified butter, coconut oil, extra virgin olive oil, best for low to medium heat, avocado oil, high smoke point, or natural animal fats, lard, tallow, use moderately. These fats not only enhance flavor, but also provide essential nutrients. The key takeaway is, it's not just what you eat, but how you prepare it. Eggs are fantastic, but cooked in the wrong oil, they can shift from health boosting to inflammation promoting. Making a simple change in your cooking fat can significantly impact your long-term health. Now that we've explored these 5 common mistakes, take a moment to reflect on how you've been preparing, storing, and eating eggs. While eggs are one of the most nutritious foods, Small changes in handling can make the difference between supporting your health and unknowingly putting yourself at risk. The good news is that avoiding these mistakes is simple. If you've been overcooking eggs, try lower heat. If you've been eating them raw or undercooked, consider fully cooked or pasteurized options. Proper storage is crucial. Refrigerate cooked eggs promptly in airtight containers. Always check for cracks or spoilage using the water test or your senses. Finally, using the right cooking oil can make all the difference, helping avoid inflammation. Your body relies on the food you eat to function optimally. Making smarter choices about meal preparation can have a lasting impact on your energy, digestion, and overall health. It's not about giving up eggs. It's about enjoying them wisely, maximizing benefits, and minimizing potential risks. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below, sharing one thing you learned or change you plan to implement. Your thoughts are important, and reading your comments provides great motivation. If you found this video helpful, please like, share with friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more valuable content. Your support helps us continue creating quality content. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video. May you always have delicious and healthy meals.